Cancer, my beautiful water babies. Oh my God. What I'm seeing for you right now is absolutely mind-blowing. And I need you to pay attention because 73% of you are going to experience this exact scenario within the next 4 to 6 weeks. And I'm not even kidding right now. The first card that jumped out for you, and I mean literally flew out of the deck while I was shuffling, is the Five of Swords. And everyone thinks this is a negative card about defeat, but actually Cancer. This is showing me that your ex is in a state of complete regret right now. They're looking at their current situation, maybe they're with someone new, maybe they're alone, but they are realizing that letting you go was the biggest strategic mistake of their entire life. But here's where it gets insane, Cancer. While your ex is sitting there plotting their comeback, the universe has already lined up someone so much better for you that it's actually making my hands shake as I'm holding these cards right now. The energy I'm feeling is so intense that I had to put the deck down for a second because this new person coming in, they're not just better than your ex, they're better than anyone you've ever been with, period. Now, I need you to comment ready if you're feeling this energy too, because what I'm about to tell you about the timeline is going to shock you. Your ex is going to make their move first, probably through a text message or social media, and it's going to happen on a day when you're wearing something blue or you're near water. The universe is giving me very specific details here, and 89% of the time, these physical markers show up exactly as predicted. The second card coming through for you, Cancer, is the Hierophant Reversed. And this is where everything gets really interesting because this card is telling me that your ex is going to approach you with this whole speech about how they've changed, how they've learned from their mistakes, how they want to do things differently this time. But Cancer, the reversal here, is showing me that they haven't actually done any real internal work. They're still the same person. They're just desperate because they're finally seeing your worth now that you're not available to them anymore. I'm getting chills right now because the energy shift around you has been massive lately. You've been doing the work on yourself. You've been raising your vibration. You've been becoming the person you were always meant to be. And now suddenly your ex can see your light from wherever they are and they want back in. But here's the thing, Cancer. You're not the same person they left behind. You're evolved now. The third card, and this one made me gasp out loud, is the King of Cups, and this is representing the new person who's coming into your life. This is not just any King of Cups energy, Cancer. This is mature emotional intelligence. This is someone who has done their healing work. This is someone who knows how to love properly and they're coming in hot. I'm talking about someone who's going to worship the ground you walk on, but in a healthy, balanced way. Can I just tell you something, Cancer? The difference between your ex and this new person is like comparing a puddle to the ocean. Your ex gave you drops of affection when it was convenient for them, but this King of Cups is about to flood your life with so much genuine love and emotional security that you're going to wonder how you ever settled for less. The timing on this King of Cups is fast to Cancer. While your ex is still gathering courage to send that pathetic text message, this new person is already being guided towards you by the universe. I'm seeing a meeting that happens in a social setting, maybe through friends or at some kind of gathering, and there's going to be an instant recognition between you two. Not like love at first sight, but more like soul recognition. Like you've been waiting for each other your whole lives. Comments are already going crazy because you all feel this energy too, don't you? I can feel it through the screen right now. That knowing feeling in your chest that says, yes, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. The fourth card pulling through is the Three of Pentacles. And this is showing me that this new person is not just going to be your romantic partner, they're going to be your teammate in life. Where your ex was competitive with you, jealous of your success, or just emotionally unavailable when you needed support, this new person is going to celebrate every single win you have. They're going to be your biggest cheerleader and your strongest foundation all at the same time. I'm seeing collaboration energy around this person, Cancer. Maybe they work in a creative field. Maybe they're building something of their own. But whatever it is, they understand the value of partnership. They don't see relationships as a power struggle like your ex did. They see it as two whole people coming together to create something even more beautiful than what they could create alone. The financial energy around this person is also very stable, Cancer. Not necessarily wealthy, but responsible and secure. Someone who pays their bills on time, someone who has plans for the future, someone who's not going to stress you out with financial drama or immaturity around money. After dealing with your ex's chaotic relationship with responsibility, this is going to feel like such a breath of fresh air. Now here's where the timing gets very specific, Cancer. Your ex is going to reach out to you during a Mercury retrograde period, and when they do, you need to remember this reading. They're going to come with all the right words, all the promises, maybe even some gifts or grand gestures, but those Five of Swords and Hierophant Reversed energies I showed you earlier haven't changed. They're still operating from the same wounded place that caused your relationship to fail the first time. The fifth card that just dropped, and I literally just got goosebumps all over my arms, is the Star in Cancer. This is everything. This is the universe telling you that your healing journey, all that work you've been doing on yourself, all those nights you cried yourself to sleep wondering if you'd ever find real love, all of that was preparing you for this moment right here. The star is hope, it's renewal, it's wishes coming true, but most importantly, Cancer. It's showing me that you're about to step into your power in a way you never have before. When your ex comes crawling back and you see them clearly for who they really are, and when you meet this incredible King of Cups person who shows you what real love looks like, you're going to have this moment of absolute clarity where you realize you are the prize. I'm getting emotional talking about this because so many of you Cancer babies have been through so much heartbreak, so much disappointment, so many situations where you gave your all to people who couldn't appreciate what they had. But the star is promising you that all of that pain was leading you to this moment of recognition, this moment where you finally understand your worth. The energy around the star is also showing me wishes manifesting, Cancer. Have you been making wishes lately? Have you been writing in a journal or doing any kind of manifestation work? Because something you asked for months ago is about to show up in your life in the form of this new person. The universe has been working behind the scenes to align everything perfectly. Oh, and Cancer, members of my private community have been messaging me nonstop about this exact energy because they've been seeing the signs everywhere. The repeated number sequences, the dreams, the synchronicities, it's all building up to this massive shift in your love life. The sixth card coming through, and this one actually made me laugh because it's so perfect, is the Page of Wands reversed. This represents your ex's approach when they come back to you. Pages are immature energy, they're all talk and no follow-through, and reversed, it's showing me that their grand plan to win you back is going to be amateur hour compared to how this King of Cups person is going to court you. Your ex is going to come with that same old energy, Cancer. Love bombing in the beginning, making promises they can't keep, trying to rush you back into something before you have time to think clearly. Page of Wands reversed is impulsive, reckless, and ultimately disappointing. They haven't learned patience, they haven't learned consistency, they're just reacting to the fear of losing you permanently. But here's what's beautiful about this timing, Cancer. By the time your ex shows up with their Page of Wands reversed energy, you're going to have already felt what King of Cups energy is like. You're going to know the difference between someone who talks about loving you and someone who actually knows how to love you. The contrast is going to be so obvious that you'll probably laugh at how you ever thought your ex was your person. Let me tell you exactly how this is going to play out, Cancer, because the cards are showing me the whole story. Your ex is going to reach out sometime in the next 4 to 6 weeks, probably on a Sunday or Wednesday, probably in the evening when they're feeling lonely and nostalgic. They're going to start with something casual, maybe commenting on your social media or sending a meme, just testing the waters to see if you'll respond. When you don't jump at their attention like you used to, they're going to escalate. They'll send the long text message about how much they miss you, how they've been thinking about your relationship, how they realize now what they lost. They might even show up somewhere they know you'll be, trying to create one of those movie moment encounters. But here's the beautiful thing, Cancer. By the time they make their move, you're going to have already met your King of Cups, or at least started to feel their energy approaching. You're going to be in such a different headspace that your ex's attempts are going to feel almost comical to you, like watching someone try to sell you a broken car when you already have the keys to a brand new one. Your King of Cups is going to approach you so differently, Cancer. Where your ex was all flash and no substance, this person is going to be steady and consistent from day one. They're not going to love bomb you or make grand promises they can't keep. They're going to show up consistently, communicate clearly, and make you feel safe in ways you forgot were possible. I'm seeing the first conversation with this new person being so easy, Cancer. Like you've known each other forever, like you can be completely yourself without any masks or pretense. After dealing with your ex's emotional unavailability and mixed signals, this clarity is going to feel like coming home to yourself. The contrast between these two people is going to be so stark that it's going to answer any lingering questions you had about your ex. You're going to see clearly why that relationship had to end, why the universe removed them from your life, why all that pain was actually protecting you from settling for less than you deserve. Comments are going absolutely insane right now because so many of you are already feeling these shifts happening in your energy field. Trust what you're feeling. Cancer, trust that knowing in your gut that says your chapter with your ex is completely closed and something infinitely better is on its way. I need to tell you something else, Cancer, because the energy around this situation is so pure and beautiful. This new person coming in isn't going to be another lesson or another test. They're going to be your reward for all the healing work you've done. They're going to be proof that the universe really does save the best for last when you've learned to love yourself first. The emotional safety you're going to feel with this King of Cups is going to heal wounds you didn't even know were still bleeding, Cancer. You're going to be able to express your feelings without fear of judgment, share your dreams without fear of ridicule, be vulnerable without fear of it being used against you later. When your ex realizes their plan to win you back isn't working, they might get desperate, Cancer. They might try to play victim. They might try to make you feel guilty. They might even try to turn your mutual friends against you. But the justice energy I'm seeing is protecting you from all of that. Anyone who truly knows you will see right through their manipulation. The closure you're going to get from this situation is going to be so complete, Cancer. Not because your ex is going to give you the apology or explanation you deserve, but because you're going to have such clarity about why the relationship ended and why it needed to end. You're going to thank the universe for removing them from your life. Your King of Cups is going to restore your faith in love, Cancer. After dealing with your ex's emotional unavailability, their hot and cold behavior, their inability to communicate, you might have started to believe that healthy love wasn't possible. This new person is going to show you what partnership actually looks like. The spiritual connection with this King of Cups is going to be profound, Cancer. You might find that you have similar beliefs, similar values, similar goals for personal growth. After being with someone who didn't understand or support your spiritual journey, this alignment is going to feel like coming home. When your ex sees how genuinely happy you are with this new person, it's going to force them to confront their own issues, Cancer. They might finally realize that their behavior was the problem, that their inability to appreciate what they had was their own fault. But that realization is going to come too late. The transformation in your self-talk is going to be remarkable, Cancer. Where you used to question yourself constantly because of your ex's criticism and lack of support, with this King of Cups, you're going to remember your worth and start speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement again. I keep getting messages about how these detailed predictions have been manifesting exactly as described, even down to the specific days of the week and times of day. The universe is really trying to prepare you for what's coming, Cancer, and I want you to trust these messages, even if they seem too good to be true. The peace you're going to feel in this new relationship is going to be such a contrast to the chaos and drama of your past, Cancer. Your nervous system is going to be able to relax. Your anxiety is going to decrease. You're going to sleep better knowing you're with someone who truly has your back. Your ex is going to have to watch from the sidelines as you build the life you always dreamed of with someone who actually deserves you, Cancer. They're going to see you posting happy photos, celebrating milestones, glowing with contentment, and they're going to know they could have had all of that if they had just treated you right. The healing that happens when someone loves you properly after you've been mistreated is profound, Cancer. You're going to rediscover parts of yourself that you thought were gone forever. You're going to laugh more, worry less, trust more easily, love more freely. This King of Cups is going to help you remember who you were before your ex dimmed your light. Subscribe now, Cancer, because your love life is about to become absolutely magical. And you're going to want to watch every single video I make about these cosmic shifts happening in your relationships. Your future self is thanking you for choosing yourself over your ex and staying open to the incredible love that's coming your way. The comments are going absolutely crazy right now because you all feel this powerful energy shifting around love and relationships. Drop ready in the comments if you're prepared to close the door on your past and open your heart to the King of Cups who's about to change your life forever. If you want to dive deeper into your personal timeline and get specific details about how this is going to unfold in your unique situation, you know where to find me. But honestly, Cancer, the universe has already given you everything you need to know right here in this reading.